Hello Ann Arbor and happy Tuesday. On to day 5 of our World Cup coverage. I'm Pete Cunningham and joined with me is fellow sports writer Bob Gross. Got his first byline on AnnArbor.com today.
Hi Mom.
Well done, Bob. But of course that's not why we're here today. We're here to talk about soccer. So let's move on to the first game. Netherlands versus Denmark. Netherlands came away with a 2-0 win. Maybe not the best Dutch football we've seen, but they won nonetheless.
Yep, I think Ruud van Nistelrooy is probably sitting on his couch at home shaking his head a little bit, but you know what? They're my pick to win it, and they don't have to be totally playing total football until the end of the month. So, not the best showing, but they'll take their 3 points.
Well, at the end of the game, they had a sub on the left side, Elia, who really opened up the game. I expect to see him starting in their next games. Okay, moving on to Japan versus Cameroon, a game that we actually got some footage from a Manhattan bar. Mike Rothstein was there at Nevada Smith's, and this was the celebration by the Japanese fans. Oops, wrong clip. So some Japanese fans there pretty happy. Bob Gross pretty happy as well. He was the only one on our prestigious panel to actually pick the Blue Samurai to win.
Oh yeah, kind of picked that as my upset special. Shout out to Honda Kasiki. Nice composed finishing there, my friend. But you know what? Japan actually looked pretty tough in that game. They belong there, and hey, way to go Japan.
They looked tough, but I think Cameroon, they weren't attacking until the last 20 minutes. That's just frustrating to see a team play so well at the end of the game. Why weren't you doing that the whole game? Speaking of attacking late, Italy-Paraguay. Paraguay got the first goal. No one really expected them to come out and do such, except for my friend, Degenerate Gambler, who gave me a heads up. He said, look out for Paraguay. Those gamblers, they know their stuff. Italy tied late, but this was definitely kind of like the U.S. situation where it felt like a win for Paraguay.
Yeah, it felt like a win. They get a point. Italy, you know, they're known to be slow starters in this tournament, so you know they'll take this. They did salvage the point, but they're going to need to pick it up.
Yeah, and their star keeper Buffon was out in the second half. Conspicuous sub there. We've got conflicting reports. Some say injury, some say locker room strife. But speaking of goalies coming back into the spotlight, Tim Howard cleared to play today. Go U.S.
Ann Arbor, I'm riding a bike. You know what that means. Time for picks.
All right, on to today's games, and the reason why Paraguay and Italy don't really have to be too worried. New Zealand and Slovakia. Slovakia has a forward, a dynamic forward, Marek Hasek, who has a hairdo that would make the Kasov Jersey Shore blush. So that's why I'm picking Slovakia, and so is our esteemed colleague Mike Rothstein.
Taking New Zealand. I heard they shot Lord of the Rings there. That's good enough for me. Go New Zealand. Fiji's? Sure.
I don't know. Portugal versus Ivory Coast. First kickoff for the group of death, and Ivory Coast, I was really hoping to see them late into the tournament, but Didier Drogba's injury is just too much of a worry for me, so I'm going to take Portugal in this one. Mike Rothstein is picking a 1-1 draw. Way to commit, Mike.
Yeah, I don't want no Drogba drama. And I love that Ronaldo commercial. So, yeah, Portugal, let's go 2-1.
Now, we're moving on to Brazil versus North Korea. Something tells me that Brazil's going to win this game. I don't know. Just a hunch, I think.
Something tells me no matter what happens during this game, it'll be reported in North Korea that they win 10-0.
Well, as opposed to the reports, I believe Brazil's going to win this one. I got him 3-0. Mike's got him 4-0. What say you, Bob?
This is a tough group, and I think these teams are going to want to pile up goals when they play in North Korea. Brazil's going to set the tone. 5-0. Why not? Mail.
Our only piece of mail today came from Glenda from Down Under. Glenda says, Underoos, triple question mark. I think she's calling out Bob for his reference to the Socceroos as Underoos. But then Glenda goes on to say, I saw the title of this and thought you were going to give Oz an absolute flogging. I suppose you didn't need to, as Germany already did. We don't kick teams when they're down, Glenda. We're humanitarians.
That's absolutely right. And Glenda, I apologize for the wrong terminology. They're not the Underoos, they're the Socceroos. That said, I haven't heard flogging used in casual conversation since your country was a penal colony.
As always, you can email us. Contact me, petercunningham@AnnArbor.com. That's petercunningham@AnnArbor.com. As always, I'm Pete Cunningham. He's Bob Gross, and we're out.